Bitcoin is now approaching the most critical level of previous support and resistance. And if we break this level, truly the next all-time high is going to come very, very quickly. So on today's update video, of course, I want to be talking about the inevitable breakout Bitcoin is facing right now. I want to be talking about, of course, my price targets. And yes, I want to be talking about the major signals that right now are occurring. And yes, I really do not believe you should be sidelining the market right now, because literally all the indicators are showing us that more liquidity is entering the market. And yes, Q4 is approaching right now, and historically Q4 is one of the best periods for crypto. So I want to be talking about that, when I think it's a great time to be, of course, starting to scale out of the market. And of course, I'm going to give a big update on my trades that now are more than $1.2 million in profit. And yeah, truly, I still believe that it is a good time to be holding these trades open. And that is, of course, why I'm going to talk more about that on today's update video. I'm going to talk about the liquidity heat map. I'm going to talk about the FOMC meeting, which is about to come up, and what historically, if rate cuts happens to the Bitcoin price action. And yeah, there is so much more to talk only about this, because I've got so much to prepare, because there's also so much happening in the background in the entire altcoin market. So guys, don't forget to once again slap off that like button. Back above 1,000 likes would be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me just jump straight away in today's update video. So yeah, Bitcoin is clearly, of course, breaking towards the upside. And if you've been watching any of my videos, you must be absolutely printing, because I literally showed you I was flipping bearish on $118,000, and I showed you step by step on my YouTube channel how I was, of course, entering in towards these long positions and why I was doing so. And now these long positions are in about $1.2 million in profit. So if you've been subscribed to the channel, congratulations, you are absolutely on fire. And right now, I want to discuss a very important upcoming level, because this level right here, the $117,000 level, previously acted as major support. Then here also as support, whenever we broke below it, we flipped it back into support. And then, of course, before the major breakdown, and this was also the point I flipped bearish on Bitcoin, we broke below this level and saw it flip into resistance. That was, of course, the point I flipped bearish on Bitcoin, and I said, okay, we're going to be grabbing the liquidity on the lower side. That is exactly what happened. Then we created, of course, this inverse head and shoulders pattern. But basically what I'm going to be mentioning, we are right now approaching this level. And this is actually already the second retest. So I think it is going to be likely that we're going to be breaking above it. And truly, whenever we are going to be breaking above this level, of course, I've been already saying it, because I think it's quite inevitable, because the move is already confirmed towards the upside. The reversal already is happening, not only on the 4-hourly time frame, but also on the 12-hour, also on the daily. But this is truly also, if you look at the 12-hour time frame, the last major level of resistance, right? So if we break this level, truly, it is going to be inevitable that Bitcoin is going to be running all the way up to about $123,000. And that is also where I will be starting to take more aggressive profits on my trades. And for example, I have 4 of these trades open. Every single of these trades will be locking in about $400,000. So I will be making yet again another $1.6 million from these trades, which I showed you step by step on the channel. And yes, also, if you've been following me and if you've been in the Telegram group, I also updated you guys with more trades here. Here you can see some other professional traders like Kaz is also showing trading setups, which are doing absolutely amazing. But also, of course, I am giving you guys trading updates. And look at this. I showed you also whenever I still didn't have these trades even open. I showed everyone, okay, I have about $10 million in buy order set up between $111 to about $109,000. And yes, guys, I am completely transparent. I show these things here. And that's what makes me special on YouTube, because some traders out there on YouTube, they just only show their trades whenever they're on profit. And I just show them whenever I'm going to set them up. So subscribe to the channel will be highly appreciated. And of course, if you want to be joining this private Telegram group here, you can do so by using the second link in today's video description. I mean, sometimes, of course, I have some trades that hit stop losses. But yeah, literally in the most recent months, we've only been absolutely printing. Also in July, I made more than $3 million from a massive Ethereum trade. And now we're doing just once again the same with Bitcoin. And of course, this other Ethereum trade I still also have open, which is in about 750K in profit. But of course, this trade, I will be letting it run a little bit higher to about $6,500, which also will be looking in about $2 million if it hit my target. And ultimately, if I look at all the signals we're currently getting here, it looks to be that we're going to be seeing the next move towards the upside, right? We're seeing the bullish crossover once again happening on the stochastic RSI. Also, if we're looking purely at the liquidity, so at the stablecoin supply, the USDT and USDC supply is rapidly increasing, and this corresponding with the global money supply as well is of course going to be almost, of course not guarantee, but show us a likely direction where the market is heading towards. And of course we're seeing clearly liquidities build up above us around the $118,000 level, so I think it's going to be quite inevitable to see the next push higher. And also, if we're purely going to be looking at the seasonality from 2023 onwards to 2025, you can see that the best performance in these last 3 years always came not only for Bitcoin, not only for ETH, but also for the entire cryptocurrency market cap, always came in Q4. And yeah, Q4 is around the corner. It's about in 2 weeks it's going to be Q4. So I really think exciting times are really going to come towards us. Liquidity is exactly grabbed on the lower side. And yeah, I really think the next run towards the upside is starting right now. But please do not get fooled. Don't think Bitcoin is going to go so much more higher, because that is personally what I think. I mean, if I'm looking at this chart, you can clearly see, okay, on the weekly RSI, we're clearly seeing, okay, the RSI is making lower highs while the price action is making higher highs. Okay, we're clearly seeing momentum is getting lost, right? So I truly, if I'm looking at this Bitcoin chart, I think the top is very near. And also if we're looking, of course, at these green lines here, this is the halving cycle indicator top here predictor. This is basically a top predictor for Bitcoin, purely looking at the previous data from when did the previous Bitcoin bull market stop out in terms of timings. So I am very much going to be looking at this and very much going to be looking at the Fibonacci extension levels. I am personally targeting the $137,000 at my ultimate target to be scaling in towards bigger short positions. So of course, if you subscribe to the channel, you will be staying up to date about that. And also guys, if you want to be joining me with my new trades here, make sure to sign up an account to VX already, because like you can see, they've got very cheap fees here. And if you right now sign up an account using that first link in today's video description, you will get an additional 25% fee rebate, making this by far the cheapest exchange out there. And guys, on top of that, even crazier, they will be matching 20% of your deposits as bonus up to $30,000. So if you want to be having a reliable exchange, a good exchange, with of course insane deposit bonuses and cheap, make sure to sign up an account using that first link in today's video description. It's only valid by using that first link here, but definitely the go-to exchange in my opinion. So yeah, this is going to be my strategy. But obviously, if you're in the private Telegram group here, or if you subscribed here on YouTube and watching the daily update videos, I'm going to keep you guys up to date on exactly what is going to be happening next year. But yes, in exactly 2 days from now on, the FOMC meeting will be there. I also will be live streaming this event. But yeah, for sure, we're going to get at least 25%, at least going to get 25 basis points in rate cuts, and potentially in the upcoming months, even more. And historically, whenever this happens, a major Bitcoin bull market starts here. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't necessarily have to happen again here, but it is, of course, a very great development. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. But just like you can see, in 2019, I want to be zooming in here. Here we also saw rate cuts and the market still went down here. Why? It's because ultimately the economy was still weakening. And then we, of course, got the flash crash, and then the major rate cuts happened. And that was, of course, the perfect storm where you want to be heavily entering the market. So, of course, I'm going to be also waiting and hoping to get another massive opportunity like this. Of course, if such a massive opportunity occurs in major turmoil in the world, you will be staying up to date and you will be seeing all the opportunities here on the channel. So also another reason to subscribe here. And then of course, looking at Ethereum, I remain to be in my long position, targeting $6,500. And yes, what I'm really seeing on Ethereum right now here is that, of course, the breakout is going to be quite inevitable. And ultimately, my target for ETH here is going to be looking at the 1.618 on that Fibonacci. And it seems a little bit higher than Bitcoin, but actually it is way less exponential than Bitcoin. But it's only because Ethereum has been lagging behind this cycle that I do think it's going to be catching up here towards this high and then have a major blow off top here. So this is, of course, the level where I want to be scaling in towards short positions for me. And yeah, I'm going to, of course, keep you guys up to date here. And on 6,500, I'm going to scale out of my long position, then slowly start to scale in towards my short position. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date. I just would recommend to subscribe here because I can't tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing at that time right now, because you have to be adaptive in markets and you can, of course, have a game plan, but you just have to do it on the basis what we're seeing at that moment of time here. Then ultimately, I think there's a big altcoin season still yet to come. And of course, I don't think it's going to be lasting for 6 months, but for about 2 months here. But you can see also on the total tree divided by ETH or on the others divided by ETH chart, you can just see clearly there's likely going to be a big run on altcoins because this is what literally has happened in every single previous bull run. This is the signal that the major altcoin season is going to happen. Of course, on the Bitcoin dominance, we can already see this is likely going to be getting started soon. So yeah, truly one of the worst timings to be fading the market. And I'm super convinced we're going to be printing a lot of money in the future. So this was it for me in today's update video. Ultimately, if you're looking at Bitcoin, I would highly recommend to look at this level. But yeah, I think we're going to be breaking above it. On $123,000, I will be staking some slight profit on my trades here, but I will keep you guys up to date on YouTube and the private Telegram group. So don't forget to join it right now here. Anyways, guys, it was an amazing new update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, subscribe to the channel, slap on the like button, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.